Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm not sure what I want to title this video. I just know I wanted to make a video about how I got so deep on this walk with Christ. And I realized that fasting really played a major role. So I was like, you know what? I kind of want to put the spotlight on fasting. So this video is going to be about fasting, strengthening my relationship with God. Boom, that's the title.
Love yours. Staying is life is better than yours. No such thing, no such thing.
Okay, so first to give y'all like a little background story, I did grow up going to church. When I was going to church, I didn't really have a relationship with God for real. I just was going because I used to like to sing in the choir and I used to like to be around my cousins and friends and stuff like that. And I kind of enjoyed it, but I wasn't really like focused on God for real, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, I did grow up going to church, and once I got to high school, I kind of started falling off because I started cheering, and really I just had a lot of distractions that was just taking my focus off of God, and I wasn't making enough time with God. Yeah, I just stopped like, you know, focusing on God. Of course, I used to just say like, thank you God for waking me up, you know, little stuff like that, but I wasn't really focusing on God for real. Sorry, boom. Fast forward to, I ended up losing my car, and I couldn't find no job. I used to be the queen of quit a job and find another one, and God said, I need you focused on me. So basically like, he just got rid of all my distractions, and I ain't had no choice but to call on him. Every night, I still had my car, but it was broke. So every night I used to go sit in my car and I used to just cry, because like, what is going on? Ain't no way this is my life. Like, what is going on? And then I used to be on TikTok a lot, and then I started seeing this man that used to prophesy on TikTok, and so I tuned in, and it's just like he was speaking to me. God was speaking to me through him. It was like this little thing he was doing for maybe a week. I can't really remember the time frames, but I know he was doing this thing where he was going live every night and he was prophesying. So every night I would go get in my car and get on TikTok and just listen to him prophesy. That encouraged me to start reading my Bible, because I still had my Bible, even though I wasn't going to church or anything like that. I kept my Bible. I kept my Bible in my room now for sure. I never threw it away. So that just motivated me and encouraged me to like actually like focus on God, like actually try to build a relationship with God. So I started like reading my Bible every day, because mind you, I wasn't really hanging out with my friends like that, because I'm the type of person like, if my stuff ain't together, I really don't want to talk. I don't want to hang out. I need some motion going. So I kind of was like just God isolated me, because he knew that me not having no money, me not having no motion, me not having that car was going to make me like not really want to be around nobody for real. So I got in isolation and I had no distractions, nothing but time on my hands. So like I literally used to read my Bible every day, a lot. And then I had a kids version Bible, so it was really easy for me to understand and stuff like that. And one day I just got I can't remember if I seen the video. I think I watched a YouTube video about this girl saying fast. She was this girl was like, you need to fast. So I was like, okay. I started doing research on fasting and, you know, watching people testimonies and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fast. So my very first fast, I did the Daniel fast, and that's just when you go without any meat. So I did that for 2 weeks. And when I tell y'all that fast is what just strengthened my relationship with God, like, after the fast, I was like, okay, God is real, period. And I'm on his team. And it was up from there. So, okay, now let me just tell y'all about my experience with the fast. I was hearing God's voice like clear as day. Like clear as day. That was my first time encountering God for real, and actually hearing his voice. And this is not in order. This is just me just talking about, you know, the experience. So as I was doing that fast, I got led to go to the store. I can't remember when I was going to the grocery store. I was going to the grocery store to get some canned goods. Why? I do not know. And so I was going to Walmart. Like, that's what store I was going to, because y'all know Walmart is cheap. So as I'm driving, I just hear, go to Walgreens. And baby, who you know go to Walgreens to the grocery shop? Not me. Baby, I'm going straight to Walmart because Walmart is cheaper. So I'm like, go to Walgreens. You know, like, and mind you, I had already watched videos of people talking about their experience with fasting. They said they just get directed to do stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just go to Walgreens. Maybe I'm finna see somebody in here, you know? No. So I get to Walgreens, And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna look for the canned goods. Maybe I'm gonna see somebody on the aisle. I don't see nobody. So I'm like, buy the canned goods out of here. So I'm like, okay, I'm in here already anyway, so I'm just gonna buy the canned goods out of here. So I'm buying the canned goods or whatever, and I get to the register and something just say, tell her she need to buy the canned goods. And like, okay, me, I'm a very friendly person. I'm talkative, but I get kind of shy around people I don't know. So I'm like, tell this lady to buy some canned goods. What? I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not doing that. So I'm getting the canned goods ringed up and stuff like that, and I'm literally like going back and forth with God, because I know it was God speaking to me, going back and forth with God about telling this lady to get some canned goods. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, God, I love you, but you know I can't do that. Like, I can't do that. So it was raining. I rode a cart outside to my own car, put the bags in the car, and I hear it again. This your last time. Tell her to get some canned goods. And so I had to go back in there to put the cart back in the store. So I'm like, man. So I go back in there, I put the cart up, and I went back to the register, and I was like, excuse me. And she was like, yes, ma'am. And I was like, you need to buy some canned goods. And she was like, really? Why? And I was, no, I think she said, she either asked me why, or she was like, what made you tell me that? And I was like, God. And she was like, okay. And I was like, all right, have a good day. And I walked out. And as I was walking out, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I just told that lady that. She probably gonna think I'm crazy. Like, God, what is up, bro? Like, what is going on? So I get in the car, and I was actually happy. Like, I felt like a weight lifted up off of my shoulders. Like, okay, like, I was obedient. I did it. Like, I did it. Like, I did it. So I get back in the car. Now I'm going back home, because that's all I was coming for was some canned goods. And I'm like, I got it from Walgreens, so I'm just going back home. So I'm going home, and at this time, I can't really remember exactly what I was praying about, but I remember for sure God spoke to me. It was a song playing on the radio, bruh. God spoke to me clear as day through that song. And I was like, ain't no way. And it wasn't even a gospel song. When they say God will meet you where you at, he will meet you where you at. Because I still love music, but I used to love music real bad, like real bad. And God used to speak to me through the music, like literally. So I'm like, oh my God, like he just said it. I just prayed about this. So I boom. So I pull up in my neighborhood, and the way my neighborhood is set up, it's like, okay, so this is the road leading to my neighborhood, and you can go this way to go down the road, or you can go straight and go like this. So it's like a U, basically. And so I stay on the back road. And so something was just like, go down the front road. So I'm like, okay, cool. Because sometimes I do just ride down the front road, just to ride. And so I rode down the front road. Y'all, why was it a man on the ground? He had done fell off of his dirt bike. So I'm like, okay, God, you got me working. Like, I love this. So I pull up beside him, I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? And he was just screaming. He was like, no. He was like, I think he said, I think I broke my leg. And I was like, where you live at? Like, what you want me to do? And he pointed at the house. He was like 3 houses down from where he lived at. And it was nobody outside, bro. Like, it was nobody outside. Like, he was literally just laying in the middle of the road. So I'm like, okay, I'm finna go get some help. So I got back in my car, I pull up to the house. And mind you, I'm just so like, scared, because I'm like, bro, God, you got me talking to all these strangers. Like, I don't do stuff like this. Like, what is going on? So I go up to the door, and I knocked on the door. No, I rung the doorbell. And then like after like a few seconds, they come to the door, and I was like, hey, it's a guy on the ground. He fell off his dirt bike. So they instantly knew who I was talking about. So they like, y'all, woo woo, don't fall off the dirt bike, y'all. So I'm just like, y'all, what y'all need me to do? Y'all need me to do anything? And they was like, no, they was like, thank you. And they hopped in their car, they drove down there. And no, actually they ran down there. They didn't even hop in the car. They ran down there to him. So I drove my car back down there, and I was like, y'all need help? Y'all want me to take y'all to the hospital? And they was like, no, thank you. We was like, we finna take him. Thank you so much though. So I was like, y'all sure? You know, I'm just trying to see if there's anything else you want me to do, God. Cause baby, it's like, okay, let me stop. And so I was like, no, we good. Thank you though. Thank you. So I'm like, okay, y'all have a good day. And I just drove home. I got in my room, and I was like, this is real. Like, them people is not lying. Like, they were not lying. This is real, because I know that was God speaking to me. Because like, you just know. It's like when you fasting, you just know. You just know. Like, you just know that it's God speaking to you and not your own thoughts. Like, you just know. Like, I can't express it enough, because it's like, you just gotta do it to know. That was that encounterment with God just directing me to do stuff. So some other encounterments I went through was one day, honestly, I can't remember if this happened before that situation or if it happened after. I just know all of this was happening around the same time I was getting close to God. So, you know, I was praying and talking to God, and I was just telling him, like, God, I believe in you, but I'm not gonna lie, it's just like a little bit of me don't really believe, because it just don't make sense. Because I was always a logical person, and I remember this time growing up going to church, I asked this lady a question about God, and she couldn't answer it for me. So her response to my question was, you're not supposed to question God. And that really stuck with me, and that kind of made me feel like, I don't know about this, I don't like this, because I like to ask questions because I like to know. And that thought just always stuck in my head, and that's not true. You can question God. But that kind of made me just be like, because I'm a logical person. I need stuff to make sense. I need answers. You know what I'm saying? Even if the answer is not right now, or even if the answer is, I'll tell you later. You know what I'm saying? I just need some type of answer. So that kind of made me just be like, it's not logical. Like, this is kind of fake. Like, that kind of like made me think it was kind of fake a little bit. So, you know, I'm praying to God, and I'm just telling him, like, I don't kind of believe a little bit. And I was like, I'm sorry that I don't believe, because like, I want to believe so bad. And I was like, can you just reveal yourself to me, you know, y'all? So I ended up going outside. Like, around this time I was outside a lot. Like, that, it really taught me that I love nature. So I was going outside a lot. And my dad had this truck that has a tailgate on it. So I let the tailgate back or whatever, and I laid across it, and I was just looking in the sky, and I was just thinking, I don't know whether I said those words to God as I was laying down, or I said it before I laid down. Like, my memory, God bless it. But anyways, I just know I had that conversation, and I was laying down, and I was looking in the sky, and the sun was like over here. The sun was over here beaming down this way. I was looking this way, y'all. Next thing you know, it just got so bright, like the clouds was opening. And I'm like, am I going crazy? Like, what is going on? So I'm looking back from the sun to this, from the sun to this. I'm like, that's not the sun. The sun is over here. What is this? And I just knew, like, that was God revealing himself to me, because I had just asked him to reveal himself to me. And I was like, I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. You are real. I believe you. Like, I believe you. So that really just sealed my belief. For real, for real. And also, when I was fasting, like, I could tell when people was doing stuff on purpose to me. Like, when people were purposely just being nasty, or purposely just like doing stuff to me, I could tell. Like, I just knew it, bro. It's like, fasting just give you a different kind of strength, bro. Especially when God leads you to the fast, because sometimes you can fast with the wrong intent and you don't really get to experience, you know, the God experience. You have to really pray and get in your word while you fasting, and you have to just have an open heart. You got to be willing to receive, because if you fast with a hard heart, you ain't gonna believe. You have to be willing to give it a try. You have to be willing to believe. Like, if you don't believe and you want to fast to kind of get to believe, just pray and keep it real. Be real, because God already know what you're thinking anyways, and he know how you feel anyways. So my advice to you, if you are having a hard time believing, before you fast, now just pray and just be real with God. Let him know that you are having a hard time believing, but you want to give it a try. You want to believe. You willing to give it a try. You know what I'm saying? Just be real with God, and he will do the rest. So yeah, that fast really just sealed it. After the fast, I ain't gonna say I just went strictly holy, because I was on track, then I kind of backslid, then got back on track. You know what I'm saying? It's a journey. Everybody's journey is different, but I ain't gonna really go too deep into that. I just wanted to share my testimony with fasting for the very first time, and I have fasted since then, and y'all, like, miracles. Every time I fast, it's just like something different, something new is just unlocked or like revealed to me. Like now, I used to hate fasting, I ain't gonna care. I used to hate fasting, I hated it so much, but now I love fasting. Like, I just love fasting. I think that's all I want to say. I just really want to share it. It's kind of out of order because it was so long ago, I don't really remember, and I try not to create a timeline with my journey with God, because I feel like creating a timeline will make you feel like you should be further than where you are, or make you feel like you're moving too fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't put no timeline on God and his journey for you. Like, you shouldn't do that. Then you get to comparing, and comparison is the thief of joy. So I don't really like focus on the timeline or the time frames, but those events definitely happen, and it's just like, when you know, you know. You just have to come with an open heart, a soft heart, and God will do the rest. I hope this video encouraged somebody to just give God a try. Just give God a try. That's my advice to you today. Give God a try. Give God a try. Give God a try. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and y'all have a good day. Love y'all. Bye.